hatred of Ahmadiyyat and so many, things, false allegations and everything. That was one reason. But other reasons also emerged. It was a very interesting case, and I benefited from the study of this phenomena. It was most unfortunate that somehow we couldn't contain what we received from Allah and couldn't follow up as we should have. Huh? Yes, I mean this became so commonplace, this experience, that I don't remember meeting any family, any respectable known family of Northwest Province, the members of whom did not open up ultimately with me and started telling their own stories of Ahmadiyyat, having entered their families once and so on and so forth. Everyone I became familiar with and became friendly with in the course of my tours, or sometimes while they came to me in Rabwa, had the same story to repeat. Every family of Northwest Province was influenced. For instance, once a minister, a central minister from the Northwest Province, when he was talking to me very in casual manner and friendly, suddenly he said, look here, my father was truly and honestly an Ahmadi, but he was afraid of the people. So he told us in private that Ahmadiyyat is truth, but because of the pressures, strong intolerance around in the society, he dared not tell the truth, yet we still hold the books of Hazrat Masih Maud in our family, and we do honestly and truly respect. Once again, a very renowned political leader of Northwest Province told an Ahmadi first, and when I met that leader, I was told directly that once a non-Ahmadi political leader used some harsh language against Hazrat Masih Maud, who was belonging to the same party, and this leader, which I have in mind, protested very strongly against it. And the other person asked why. This person was asked, why are you taking interest? You are not an Ahmadi. He said, well, I am not an Ahmadi, unfortunately. But my granduncle, grandfather was an Ahmadi, my maternal grandfather was an Ahmadi, and there are so many respectable members of our family who are Ahmadi. So you can't, it was told to me by that person that I retorted that you can't name a single family in Northwest Province where Ahmadiyyat has not influenced, which was not influenced by Ahmadiyyat. So guard your language when you speak against Ahmadiyyat. So that all that has happened, and the ground is laid somehow. It is generally the fear which is preventing people from accepting the truth. Fear in the first instance, and secondly the lack of interest in religion as such, and the rise of materialism in the recent years. So more difficulties are added. But there is no need. I mean, I'm talking of bigger names and bigger families. Yes.
They should sort of keep it documented so that as a history of friendly province.
Of course, that history is preserved already. Is preserved in the form of manuscripts. It's already recorded more than once. Yes, please. Yes? Could you come closer to the microphone, please? Or speak a bit loudly.
The question is, can you hear me now?
Yes?
The question is, what is the Islamic concept of hell? And ask, is this a deep experience
Now I can hear you better. Would you kindly repeat the question?
What is this Islamic concept of hell? And are difficulties experienced in life today part of hell?
Now, why are you not interested in heaven? First answer my question.
It's on behalf of the English guest.
Are you pardon?
It's on behalf of one of the guests.
Of course you will be interested in heaven as well. More so.
She said she is.
Yes. So the question should be coupled. What I mean to say is, what is the concept of life to be, life after death? That should be the main question, which is divided into two parts, heaven and hell, heavenly life or hellish life. This I have already explained so many times, but because there are guests among you tonight, which were invited to ask questions, and some of their questions were answered by me only about an hour ago. So I should try to repeat the answer, but this time not in so much detail, because it's a very big question. Shortly speaking, the concept of life after death in Islam is to be understood first before you try to understand the concept of hell and heaven. Life after death, according to Islam, is giving the form to the present soul which we are holding in a manner that the relationship between the soul and body, which we find here nowadays while we live, is going to be transformed there into a relationship where soul would work as body and a new soul would emerge from the body of the soul, which used to be the soul previously. Have I made myself clear in this respect? That the soul in relation to our body would become the body in the world to come, and a new soul would emerge from that soul, and the relationship of refinement and the coarseness would be about the same. What we call spirit or soul with regards to our bodies is in fact the difference between severity and its refinement and not being accessible directly to touch and things. So the same thing would happen again. A new life would be given. Now when Islam speaks in terms of materials as if, it does not mean that the same language would be applicable exactly in the life to come. It only speaks in relative terms. The body there would not be the body we have here. It would be a completely different body. So the Holy Quran clearly defines it and says that Allah would raise you into something of which you have absolutely no knowledge. If it were to be the same bodily existence, then Allah could not have said that of that which you have completely no knowledge, and you cannot understand what sort of figures we are going to give you. So that establishes the fact that the terminology is used only for our understanding, because we are understanding the terms of this ordinary life, and to convey the message that the things which you like here best and most, something like that would be provided to you in the life after death. That means that you would be happy, you would be satisfied, you would be contented. So this is just a symbolic language as applied to the world to come. The same is true of the description of hell. The fire we fear here, the fire we experience to cause agony and pain, we also experience a sort of spiritual fire here, so much so that we speak the same language. I am in agony, I am burning, I am being devoured by a fire within me, and that inner fire which is not to be seen by anybody else, sometimes so strong